This is Payton Green with this week's Coach's Corner with Oxford head football coach Johnny Hill about the team's game against Clarksdale this Friday night. How much of a confidence boost was this past weekend's win against New Hope?
Well, I think it was really good. We got down a score for halftime, and the guys never faltered and and that was due to turnovers, and we came back before the halftime was over with and went up on them, I think 5 points. And in the second half, we kind of took care of business offensively and defensively. I don't think they got across the 50, and we quit fumbling ball. So all in all, I thought it was they got a good football team. They were undefeated, and they're gonna do well in the playoffs. I think we beat a pretty good football team.
What did you tell your team during the halftime that stopped the New Hope defense and pushed your offense into a strong second half?
Well, I don't know if I can tell you everything we told them, but we just corrected some mistakes that we were made. We were over pursuing at linebackers, and they were cutting back, and that running back they've got is really good and really fast, and you can't let him get in open field. And in second half, they didn't they took care of their gap responsibility first, and then played football, and it shut them down.
With only 3 games left in the season, who do you think will be your toughest opponent? Clarksdale, Center Hill, or Lake Cormorant?
I think Clarksdale will be. They've got a chance to be in for that 4th slot, and if they win out after our game, I think they've got a good chance to make that 4th slot. And they're got good speed, and Clarksdale's always got good football players. Center Hill will be down a little bit. They lost their quarterback, and he kind of made them go. And Lake Cormorant, they've had a rough go this year, so I think Clarksdale by far will be the roughest of the next 3.
Going into a game where your team is 7-1 and Clarksdale is 4-4, do you consider these numbers as a pregame matchup?
We really don't, because a lot of teams maybe not start off well, but they get on a roll, and I think they won their last 2 ball games, so I'm sure they've got a lot of confidence about where they're at now, and you just have to take one game at a time. And in this league, if you don't come to play, your opponent will whip you, and our kids know that.
What aspect of the Clarksdale team are you focusing on the most?
Well, their quarterback, excuse me, and they got 2 of them that they kind of interchange. They'll put 7 in there. I think 4 is a really good athlete, but they'll bring 7 in there and put 4 at tailback, and that kind of gives them a dual threat back there, not only running but throwing. And I'm sure we'll see some form of a halfback pass this week, and I think that's their 2 go-to guys.
Playing a team like Clarksdale, do you feel your defense or offense will need to play stronger this game?
Well, I think all of them's got to do it all. I think our defense has got to play strong, and our offense needs to continue to doing what it's doing, and your special teams. I think you have to throw your special teams in there too, and I feel like they're pretty good on returning punts. They're pretty good on returning kickoffs, and those 2 special teams we'll work a lot this week to be certain we don't let them get a cheap score on us and run one back on us, and I think we'll be fine.
Do you see your 2014 team going all the way to state again this year, and what are the possibilities of this happening?
Well, I think that's your goal every year, and that's definitely our goal. But you've got to take every game one at a time. Now, if we can win 2 ball games, then we'll be the number 1 seed, and this last game really won't matter. But it will matter because you're competing and you're running the scoreboard. But hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of folks in and keep our starters as fresh as possible for that first playoff game. But I think our goal is to first of all, get to the playoffs. Number one is to be the top team out of the North, and then figure out who we got to play out of the South, and try to win a state championship.